has to be $10,150. So they raised it. So if you're single, $10,150 is, that's what your gross income has to have been, the least amount. If you're married, filing joint, $20,000, $20,300 is your gross income amount. Head of household, $13,050 is your gross income amount. So you got to do something to offset your income, especially if you're over the cost of living limits. And so I don't know who, I'm going to send everybody who's on the call, I'm going to give you this desk reference for 2014 so you can have it for, you know, your arsenal of information. So I will be sending you all that as well. If you do not have health care or did not have health care, they will penalize you. I'm thinking according to your income, but I'm going to get information on that because Julius is supposed to be joining the call and he'll give me more information on that as well. Just to let you know, let's put everything in the past to past. We're going to move forward with what we need to do in order to generate not only wealth for our pocket, but wealth for our family. Number one, income tax season was really created to generate wealth. Let me say that again. Income tax season was designated, designed, created to generate wealth. How so, you ask? Okay, first of all, when a rich person filed their income tax, because they had all their tax breaks, they did get a refund. What they did, they took the refund and put it in a brokerage account or invested it. Think about it like this. Say if you had $2,000 to invest each year in an interest-bearing investment account, how much wealth that would that generate for you? Think about it. I mean, when the wealthy and the rich people, when they take out insurance, they take out term life insurance, because with term life you can get a higher coverage amount for your family member, and you can save in your brokerage account, versus whole life you get a lower amount because they attach a savings to it. A part of it go to a savings account and part of it go toward the life insurance policy. Well, unfortunately, people who don't know how to manage money correctly, they end up borrowing off of the life insurance policy, not knowing that if you don't pay that life insurance back, then you nullify the policy. And that's why when a lot of people pass on, they don't have insurance, because they exhausted the whole life savings account, or the account that's attached to the whole life, and now you don't have anything to bury the person with. So we want to think about insurance. Remember this: anything that's insured is valuable. Anything that's insured is valuable. Wealthy and rich people insure everything. A Ming vase is not valuable because it was a Ming vase. The Ming vase is valuable because of the insurance policy that was taken out on it. Wealthy people attach insurance to everything, and that's how they generate income. Think about it. Your car has insurance. Your life should have insurance because that's valuable. Your health has insurance because that's valuable. So anything of value you should insure, because that generates wealth for the next generation, for your children and your children's children. They said, unfortunately, African American people leave bills when they pass, but wealthy people leave wills. So, just think about that. Go to your um, whoever you have, State Farm or whoever you have your car insurance with, and go ahead and get the policy done for the things inside your house. First, of course, you want to insure anything that's electronic. Your cell phone, you want to put that on your list. Your computer, you want to put that on your list, because if you don't get the manufacturer's insurance or the the performance insurance, then you need to have it insured with your insurance company, because anything happens to it, you can file a claim and you can get that replaced. Now, it may have a deductible, but if you file it along with your insurance company, then the deductible may be already met with, your car, your auto, your house, or something like that. So insure everything. Another thing I want to go ahead and touch upon are investments. The rich people get to write off investments. Investments. Okay? Think about this. The government loves people who have businesses. Why do they love people who have business? Because if you grow to where you can put your business on the New York Stock Exchange or the Dow Jones, then guess what? They're making a piece of that pie as well. So that's why they love people who go into business. All right, watch this. I don't know who all watch Empire, but the first episode, he was talking about we're going to be publicly traded. Okay, the government loves that. And a lot of people came up, well, Wesley Snipes and Lauryn Hill lost their money and stuff like that. Okay, the reason why they did, if you looked at them, they really didn't generate businesses from their craft. Watch this. Oprah generated a business. Jay-Z, Beyonce, they generated a business. Russell Simmons generated a business. The government love business owners. They love entrepreneurs. If you don't become a business owner, the government say, okay, you a moocher. Because one thing about business owners, you attract what you are. So if the government say, okay, we can make money off businesses, then what you think they want? I ain't going to touch nobody who got a business. If you see, all the IRS really cares about is how much you breaking off to them. That's God's honest truth. You pay your taxes. That's what Jesus said. Whose name is on the money, or whose face is on the money? Caesar. Okay, who is on the back of a dollar bill? The United States government. Okay, so they want their piece. They want their piece of the pie. And the piece of the pie is your piece. So you got to look at it as IRS is a big old financial institution. They make money when you make money. And you cannot make money building someone else's dream. We understand that you got to work. We understand that you got to make a living. But while you're working, while you're making a living, what are you doing about the dream, the passion, and the heart's desire that God put inside of you? People are waiting on you to actually hone your gift, to come out of your heart with your craft, because you never know who you're going to touch. Businesses, or shall I say, other people's dream was never designed to sustain you. Let me repeat that. Other people's dream was not designed to sustain you. That's why they give you a paycheck according to what they want you to have. If you had your own business, if you hone your own craft, you can make your own money. You can set your own prices. And people will pay for anything that you have that will help them be better at what they're doing. So for instance, if you make beats, then they want your beats if it's going to make them a better artist or entertainment. If you are in healthcare and you know how to talk to people, you know how to treat people, I will pay you to personally take care of me or to personally have this atmosphere because you your service, your customer service, your service is what I pride myself on. If you are into hair, look at Kim Kimball. The reason why she has her TV show is not so much as because she's wanting to have a TV show. She has to have a TV show to keep the tax bracket low on her part. Look, people start foundations, people start charities, not out the kindness of their heart. Come on, really? Seriously. Y'all need to think about that. Oh, I'm kind, I'm generous. If you kind, you're generous, you do stuff for free. But if you are having to do something for someone at a mass scale, what you're doing, you're actually offsetting that which you generate. For instance, if you got to help out family, do not ever help family out from your pocket, because you'll run into gift tax. You don't want to pay gift tax. You want to get a nonprofit tax ID number for banking purposes only. You want to donate to your own foundation. Or if you have to help someone, because it's a tax write-off, it's a charity and a nonprofit organization. Oprah Winfrey did it. A lot of celebrities start their own foundation because if they donate to it, number one, they get to write it off on their taxes, and number two, they get to help those who they want to help, family members, the less fortunate, whatever. They will still get to, number one, stay within their tax bracket, and number two, help somebody else. And now they're helping someone from their organization and their charity, and they won't run into paying a gift tax. I mean, after all, rich people don't pay for anything. Wealthy people do not pay for anything. I mean, Jay-Z, Beyonce, they are paid. Rich people attract money. Wealthy people attract money. Wealthy people get stuff for free. Because if Oscar De La Renta say, okay, Beyonce, I want you to wear my gown, and when you on the red carpet, just say my name. If the gown is off the chain, who gonna say, ooh, where'd you get that from? Oh, I got that from Oscar De La Renta. Okay, Oscar, I need you. You see what I'm saying? So you want to put yourself in a position where people need you. How do you do that? Number one, you got to network. You got to market yourself. Let me tell you, the reason why wealth is so hard is because in Proverbs it says that a lazy man and his money will soon part. To generate wealth, to generate riches, you have to do some work. B-L-E-S-S-E-D does not mean that you have a lot of stuff. When you say you are blessed, blessed means responsible, because you are saying to God, I am responsible for the things, the people, and the places you allow in my life. You allow me to take care of. And because you have found me worthy to incorporate these people, places, and things in my life, I'm going to be responsible for them. Therefore, I am blessed, because I'm not going, look, you know goodness well, it's easy to get anything. Anybody can get anything. You can get a $2 billion house. Oh, right. So what? But the thing is not in the getting, it's in the maintaining and the keeping. Too many people around tax season, they get a healthy tax return, and it's here today, gone tomorrow. Somebody posted on Facebook, okay, they spent Christmas, January come, oh, I get a $5,000, $6,000, $7 tax check. April come, I'm eating ramen noodles again. Come on, really? You got to be wise. I mean, the Bible wants you to live practical. We can't be so spiritual that we're not practical. Wealthy people, they are practical. We are saying that, okay, God, I thank you for what you gave me by taking care of and maintaining the things that you gave me. Look at the people with the talents. He gave 1 5, 1 2, and 1 1 talent. The one that had the 5 talents went out and increased it by 5 more. The one that had the 2 talents increased it by 2 more. But the one that had the 1 buried it. Okay, this is what I want to get into. Bank accounts and credit unions were not designed for the wealthy. They were designed for the poor to stay poor. Okay, when you open up a bank account, if you don't maintain the criteria, then what you have to do, you have to pay fees. You have to pay at least $30 for a bounce check. Think about it. If you wrote the check for $2.50, you out of $34.50 for a bounce check. Wealthy people open brokerage accounts. Brokerage accounts are investments. They yield the platform for you to make money and increase money. Most brokerage accounts will pay interest. Now, one brokerage account I love so much, and I've sent the link on that, but they pay interest monthly versus an annual interest rate that most banks give you. And think about it like this. They normally pay 0.09%, if that much, in a bank savings account or even in a credit union. Okay, when your money is sitting collecting that 0.9%, they're actually taking your money out the back door, investing in a mutual fund. Most mutual funds you can get up to, they pay 30% if you just do the math and do the work. So you got mutual funds that paying 30%, and after they gain the 29%, 28.1% off of your money, they're going to give you the 0.9%. So bank accounts aren't designed for savings. Credit union is not designed to create, generate, and train your money to grow your money. Think about it like this. For those of you who have children, you want to send your children to the best schooling, to the best institution. So why do you do that? Because you want your children to gain the wisdom, knowledge, education, so that they can increase and become productive citizens, and they can also duplicate that which they learn and be successful. Okay, treat your money as your child. I'm going to say that again. Because you know, if you have enough money to send your child off to the best and finest schools, you would do that. Most people would not send their money, their children to a public school if they just did not have to. They would want to send their children to a school that has culture, that has opportunities to capitalize on their gifts and their talents. Therefore, you know, you have school like Juilliard, you have Columbia, you know, just different things, art institutes that help your child to hone their craft and be productive in their gift and in their talent. So you want your money to do the same thing. Putting your money in a bank account is like sending your money to public school. Number one, you're going to end up losing more than what you think you're going to gain. And number two, what is actually being trained? See, in a mutual fund or a stock or bond, your money moves. Your money moves. It visits different places. When you visit different places, you gain different type of culture. When you gain different type of culture, you better yourself, you expand yourself. So when you are in a mutual fund, your money is like, okay, wow. It's like sending your child over to boarding school, refined school. You're sending them to get, that's why they call it financial institutions, because your money will learn how to double itself, to grow itself, to reproduce itself, to be all that it needs to be. We have to get up off our duffs and do what we're supposed to do to please the Father. What do we supposed to please the Father? We're supposed to live abundantly. Think about it. If you all believe that the creator of the universe loves you so much, designed you, put you on this earth, how do you think he wants to be glorified? Just by you sitting in church and listening to a couple of scriptures, or for you to go out and live as the creator of the universe child? I mean, think about it. When Van Gogh, when Michelangelo, when they painted their paintings, they didn't sit the paintings in the closet. They put the paintings on display for everyone to see. And because of their passion for the painting, it caused other people to be passionate about their work. The Mona Lisa ain't no pretty painting. I'm sorry. But you got people trying to steal the Mona Lisa, replicate the Mona Lisa. You got people trying to capitalize on the painting of Michelangelo. I mean, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. But passion resonates to anyone that is around it. Think about it. The more you passionate about something, the more you generate passion in another. Think about it. Even people who do evil capitalize attention because of the passionate effort that they put in the evil that they did. That's why the Lord said, either you be hot or cold, because if you in the middle, I ain't got nothing to do with you. So choose what you have to do. Now, for those of you on the site, even though y'all may not have voice capabilities, you can type a message if you have the capability to type on the chat room. We do have the chat room open, so we can answer any questions or anything that you may have on the chat room. Let's see here. So anyone who's on the chat room, please feel free to chat, ask any questions, because I don't know whether I'm going to touch what needs to be touched or anything. But remember, I'm going to reiterate the referral program. So if you did not come to me last year, you can actually refer someone who even was a former client. You can bring them back into the fold. And again, we got prizes and just different things that you may want to that we will be pulling, and you may just get just for referring a person. I'm not saying that I'm going to draw. I might just pick you at random to just say, okay, thank you so very much for your support, your kindness, and bringing, people to me. Oh, one thing about I've had a question about the last pay stub. If you see signs about people filing taxes with the last pay stub, they are actually getting a loan from these places. They are not filing their taxes. They're taking their information of their last pay stub and getting a loan. They will fill out a loan application, and based on the amount of return the amount that you're supposed to be getting, then they will either approve the loan in hopes that you will come back to let them file your taxes for you. The last pay stub, the reason why it is not technically legal according to the IRS mandate is because your pay stubs are not on a official government document. W-2s, I-99, 1099s, 1099 retirements, W-2Gs, they are all on government official documentation. So you definitely want to make sure it is documented on a government form. Let's see, anything else okay, earned income credit. Earned income credit, they have pretty much, if you're over 25, you may earn income, get earned income credit. And let's look at it like this. Okay, the government really don't care about your children. I hate to put it blatant like that. They care about, remember, how much you pay them in taxes and how much they can generate off you in your business or your income. The reason why earned income credit came about was because you fell into the earned income range, and therefore, because you earned an income, we will give you a credit for having a child. So, for instance, let's say you made $8,150. Okay. I like to ask my clients this. If I give you $8,150 January the 1st of the year that we in, would that $8,150 last you until December the 31st of the same year? If you say no, then they will give you XYZ amount because you tried to be a productive citizen by earning an income. So because you didn't make that amount, we'll go ahead and, give you that credit so you can have something. And all it is a perpetual cycle, because as long as you stay within that range, you'll never rise above. That's why I like to train my clients on, don't look at children, because eventually the children gonna grow up, and then what? Look at your business and look at your taxes. Because if you save receipts, you do your spreadsheet, and I must say that the people that are on the call that I'm looking at now, I thank y'all, because you all have done, and you have formulated your spreadsheets, your budget. I don't know whether y'all do it all year long, but when you come to me, it is to a T. So I want you to concentrate on that, because if I'm still sharing my screen, I don't know who can see this, but for earned income, if you have no children, you earn at least $6,450, but less than $8,150. Your maximum earned income amount is $496. Now, your earned income credit will be eliminated for a single person, head of household, or qualifying widow if you make over $14,590. That's when EIC is eliminated if you have no children. Okay? If you have one child and you earn from $9,700 but less than $17,850, your maximum earned income amount will be $3,305. But that will be eliminated if you make over $38,511. If you have two children, you make at least $13,650. And again, I'm going to send this to you. I'm going to, because y'all on the call, I'm going to send you what I'm looking at, what's on the screen. But you make less than $17,850, then your maximum earned income amount for two children is $5,460. However, that will be eliminated if you make over $43,756. Now, if you have three children, you're filing single, head of household, or you're qualifying widow, you have to make at least $13,650, but less than $17,850. Your maximum earned income amount will be $6,143. But again, that will be eliminated if you make over $46,997. Now, like I said, This is earned income. But what I want you all to start doing and concentrating on is making beyond that, because let me get this here if I can find it. There is a scale for wealthy people that, I think this is it right here, your tax rate. Okay. I don't know whether you can see this or not, and again, I'm going to send this to you all. But your tax rate, if you have a corporation or business, and that's why I want y'all to gain businesses, corporation. Think about Jay-Z and Beyonce. They have a business. Kim Kardashian, she has a business. If you make over $18,333,333, you pay no taxes, period. Wealthy get wealthy. So if you make your business make $0 to $50,000, you in a 15% tax bracket, you don't pay any taxes. If you make over 18 million, shall I say, I'm gonna round it off to 19 million and above, yes, you are in the 35% tax bracket, but you pay $0. And that's why the wealthy and the rich stay wealthy and rich. Now, you will have to pay taxes if you don't have a business and you're a millionaire. That's why millionaires generate business. And that's why they have nonprofit organizations. Just like in the case with Wesley Snipes and Lauryn Hill, what happened if they file, let's say they file single. Once they made over $406,750, they were taxed $118,118.75, and they are in the 39.6% tax bracket. And that's on any amount over $406,750. So why do rich people have to start businesses? Why do they have to start clothing lines? Why do they have to have TV show? Why did Oprah have to have her own network? Is because if she would have just filed single, just filed head of household, just filed personally, she would have to pay taxes on her personal income. But as a corporation, she doesn't pay taxes on anything over $19 million. Okay? So why should we stay at the low end? That's not what God wants for us. That's not what the creator of the universe, the creator of your mind, the creator of your gifts, your passion. No one can kill your dream but you. I don't care what odds are up against you. Greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. I mean, there are a lot of rich and famous people that you see on the front of the TV, but what about the wealthy and well-known? Think about the producers and the directors. You don't see them in front of the tube, but they are millionaires. Bill Gates, I mean, you don't really see him on the forefront of Microsoft, but he makes billions. There are a lot of millionaires, and there's no reason why we shouldn't be one. But we have to generate the mindset, the dedication, the determination that no one's going to kill this dream. See, I have to work for myself. I have 6 children. And the Bible says that a righteous man leaves an inheritance to their children's children. There's no sense of going into church and praying, saying hallelujah, if you're not leaving wealth to your children's children. You might as well stay at home and bake a cake. That's God's honest truth. Because you ain't pleasing the Father. Because what is the Father wanting to do? He wants to multiply and duplicate himself. See, so many people have been using the wrong equation when it comes to God. God deals in multiplication and division. Because think about it. If you take 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1, The sum of the equation is still 1. 1 means I acknowledge God in all my ways, so he can direct me to the next one. The next one. You're not a dollar away from being a millionaire. You one person away from being a millionaire. But guess what? If you don't go out here and network with people, how you going to find the one that has your million, that has your breakthrough, that has your breakout? You cannot just work and go home. Work and go home. That's a slave. What do rich people do? All they do is meet and greet. Meet and greet. Meet and greet. That's what wealthy people do every day. Jay-Z, Beyonce, all them rest of them people, they ain't on tour just to be on tour. They're on tour to capitalize on their business. So what are we doing that they're not doing? We got the wrong mentality. It wasn't easy for them either. How many records, how many failures did they have to do? Even Beyonce, her parents had to go out there and meet and greet. Meet and greet. Look at Michael Jackson. Joe Jackson had to go out and meet and greet. Meet and greet. Joe Jackson wasn't at no steel mill when he was putting his boys on Front Street. He quit his job so he could meet and greet. Meet and greet. I don't know how many times I got to say this. I am 50 years old. There is no way that I need to be working for somebody else when I got 6 kids. Because guess what? When I die, lay my head, I don't care how much health insurance I got. You got to distribute that 401k, whatever's in it, to 6 divided by 6. It ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. It's not going to work. So I have to build my legacy, my empire, so that I can distribute it accordingly. Meet and greet, networking. Go out, meet somebody, get in their faces. Something that Tyrese Gibson said. I know the actor, Transformer, whatever, singer. But one thing he said, before he got where he was, and even till this day, he doesn't go to just regular places to eat. Get yourself in a upscale restaurant with some business cards. I don't care if you order a $12 salad, but you will be in the atmosphere to be around people who can bank on your vision and your dream. All you need is to get an idea out to them. They will pay for good ideas because guess what? Look at the people on Shark Tank. What are they doing? They paying for ideas because anything that's going to generate an income for me, I'll back you 200. Come on now, the pet rock. A person became a millionaire for going in their backyard, dusting the rock off, polishing it up, putting it in a nice looking box and saying, get your kids a pet rock. The things that don't need to eat, you don't need to feed it, and it'll be their friend for life. Oh, come on, look how, really? We can do this. We can do this, but we have to be determined, diligent. We have to say, okay, if I have to eat soup for a week, I'm going to sacrifice to eat soup for a week. If you have to buy a jalopy that will get you from point A to point B without a car note, get a jalopy. Because you need to generate wealth. You need to get yourself in the mindset that I am going to be what God created me to be. And that's victorious. That's living a life of abundance. Steve Harvey, Tyler Perry, they were homeless. They lived, but they said, I'm not going to give up my dream. I'm not going to give up my dream. I'm not going to give up my passion. I'm not going to give up the vision. Okay, so I have to sleep in a car. I ain't telling you to go sleep in a car. But what I'm saying is, when you get your refund check, check mutual funds, check stocks that pays dividends and high interest. The one thing I like about Capital One 360, and I'll give you the link. I don't know for those who may have it already, but the reason why I like them is because even though a stock may cost $20, they have it where you can set up that you can still have that stock without paying the cost for one share. So for instance, the way I set up my portfolio was I chose different stocks that would that I was interested in, but I may have not had the full amount to buy a share. But the way they do it, they will allow you to distribute to that stock and still pay you interest on it. And that's why I like it. You know, you can look more into it, but I love Capital One 360 for those who, you know, really want to invest. And like I said, I'll send you a link on that as well. But we're kind of closing in. Closing out, we got 9 more minutes left. And I want to, again, send you this information. Check your emails. Check your emails constantly during this period of time, not only for new information that I will send you, but just to keep in contact with me. If you got ideas, that's another one of my hats that I wear. You know, a lot of people say, you know, there's an old saying that you have many, what's that thing? Master over many, ruler over many, but master over none, or something like that. But that's not true, because even the Bible states that everything you put your hands to, he will prosper. Everything you put your hands to, God will prosper. You just have to step out on faith. What is faith? Courage. That means by come hell or high water, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this for me. I'm going to do this for my family. And I'm going to do this for the God I serve. God never created slavery. Man, that's a man-made entity. Because God created the universe, the galaxies, the things beyond we can see and our imagination. So guess what? You're supposed to go beyond what you see. You're supposed to imagine the greatness, the hill that he's going to enable you to move. You ain't got to climb the mountain. You can speak to it because you have the power. Stay diligent. Stay focused. Be able to sacrifice now so you can live like a king later. Because what's the use of living like a king now and you end up sacrificing because you don't have the tools, the drive, the passion to maintain it? Look, set aside, okay, most mutual funds you can open with $1,200. Oh my goodness. Most of you will get a whole lot of that. Get you in that mutual fund. $1,200 for a mutual fund. Stack it. Stack it. You don't have to do something per month to it. Just stack it every tax season. So if you do $1,200 this tax season, try to do $24 next tax season. You will generate millionaire status in a short period of time versus, oh, I can't save. Any excuse will hold back anybody. But you think the wealthy, do you think they actually have an excuse? I mean, think about it. Think about the person who created the bungee cord. Oh, I'm going to tie this string around my leg and jump off the doggone building. Look how much money he generated over tying something around his leg and jumping off a building. Come on, be for real. I mean, you got passion, you got heart, you got drive. Utilize it. God is with you. Do not be afraid. Have faith. That's the one thing Jesus said to us. Fear not. Fear not. You just have to not be lazy and just do it. Keep driving, keep grinding. Keep on your grind. If you got to sacrifice, sacrifice. It is not going to kill you, because if you knew that you were going to be a millionaire in 5 years, what's the sacrifice right now? What's the sacrifice? You got to have that mentality. Most of you all have children. Guess what? You got to do it for them. You got to do it for them. There are ways. Talk to me. Check your emails. Email me back. I'm in business development. We can do this together. We got to get out of the mentality of excuses. We got to do, for God I live, for God I die. That means for my dream I live, for my dream I die. For my vision I live, for my vision I die. If you don't do your vision, nobody will. So I just want to, we got 5 more minutes. I don't know. Let me see if there's anything from the Lord on this, because he did give me the gift of prophecy. If there's a word that I have for either of you. Okay. We got 5 minutes. I want to tell you all, the 2 that are left on this call, you all have been diligent. You all have been faithful. And it's not me. Don't be afraid. Do not fear. Just as you've been diligent over the little things, you've been dedicated in your business, you've been dedicated in your employers, that same dedication, that same drive it home for yourself and your families. One of you have already started your company. Maintain it. Go for it. You have the money knowledge, and he knows who I'm talking about. You have knowledge of investment. You have knowledge of money. You can go beyond your wildest of imagination if you just step out and do what God has been calling you to do in this last year. You got the network persona and the personality. Go for it. And the young lady who's on the call, it's been a challenge, but you've been faithful. Don't worry. You are not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. That's all I'm hearing. You're not alone. You're not alone. Do not worry. What he has for you is for you. The things that you thought you lost, they were just placed on hold, getting some upgrades, some reworking on. Let me put it like this to you all. If you do not think about the things that you have the potential of losing and look at everything as gain, everything that you get in your life, it will either be a lesson or a responsibility. You will never walk alone. You will never be alone. You will never lose. And guess what? If you don't fear losing, you will have no fear at all. So I want to just tell y'all, I got my books out there. Check me out on the website. Go to my website, www.theandorconnection.com. Check me out on Facebook. Constantly check your emails. If you have any opportunity, if you want to publish some books, write some books, check me. I have the free information. Again, I do business development, so I have information that is at your disposal. That's all of you. So if you need some help in developing your vision, dreams, your passion, you got ideas, call me, email me, contact me. And remember, to refer. You can get some prizes, just some everything. But I want to appreciate you. I thank you all for joining the call. And for this in full detail, you can direct people to listen to the recording. So thank you so very much. I appreciate you all, and check your emails. Love, life, truth.